One of the brothers in our community sent me a message. It was honest, raw, and exactly what so many men are silently dealing with. So, I'm going to read it piece by piece, and we're going to break it down together. It was my day off, and I had an urge, so I went to the park to walk it off. It didn't help. My eyes kept wandering to the females present there, and my mind would strip them and have them do graphic things. Got in my car immediately and spent the whole day at my parents' house instead. That whole section, that's not weakness, that's war. First, you didn't sit there and stew in it. You moved. You took action. You saw the storm coming and tried to walk it off. That's a W, even if the walk didn't help. But here's the hard truth. When your mind is already flooded with lust, walking into a public park isn't neutral. It's enemy territory. There's eye candy everywhere. And your brain, trained by porn or past sin, will latch onto every trigger. You looked, and your mind went straight to fantasy. That's not because you're a pervert. It's because you've been conditioned, trained to objectify, conditioned to turn every woman into a scene. But then you did something powerful. You got in your car. You left. You fled temptation. You went to your parents' house, probably the safest place you could have gone. That's what Scripture calls fleeing youthful lusts. That's leadership. That's masculinity. That's you saying, I'm not letting this ruin me again. Let's continue reading. I was able to recall why I had last relapsed. I was at the gym and a girl started working out next to me. Obviously didn't interact with her, but as soon as I got home, I couldn't get her out of my mind. I imagined scenarios with her similar to those in porn. I couldn't quiet my mind and those thoughts. Let's be clear. The gym is one of the biggest battlegrounds for the modern man. You're not even doing anything wrong. You're just working out, focused, locked in. But the enemy doesn't need your permission to send a distraction. You don't speak to her. You don't even make eye contact. But it's afterwards, when you're alone, in your room, when the thoughts creep in, and your mind replays everything like a corrupted file. You imagine her in porn-like scenes. That's not a conscious sin. That's a trained mental loop. Porn trained you to take any visual input and build a fantasy around it. That's why quitting porn isn't just about not watching. It's about retraining the mind. It's about learning to say, she's not a scene. She's not a product. She's someone's daughter. She has a soul. You have to rewire those thoughts every single day. And lastly, our brother was asking, how can I stop my mind from thinking the woman I see in public in nasty positions? And how would you divert your vision from provocative attire? This is a real and raw struggle, and you're not alone. Every man who's serious about purity has faced this. But here's the truth. You can't always control what you see, but you can control what you do next. That initial reaction is not always sin. It's the second glance, the lingering fantasy that drags you down. When you notice your mind starting to go there, cut it off fast. Literally say, Lord, I reject that thought. Take every thought captive to obey Christ. 2 Corinthians 10-5. That means you don't negotiate with lust. You shut it down. Bouncing your eyes isn't weakness. It's warfare. When a woman dresses provocatively, it's not your job to judge her. It's your job to protect your own mind. Look away, move spots, change angles, whatever it takes. Think of it like this. Every time you look away, you win. Every win trains your brain for the next one. Don't just run from lust. Run to truth. Immediately after you look away, pray, quote a verse, or say a truth like, she's not an object. She's a daughter of God. My body is a temple, not a garbage bin. Lust never satisfies. Purity brings peace. You can't erase thoughts, but you can replace them. The enemy wants to shame you for temptations you didn't ask for, but God calls you to fight. You've already proven your strength. You left the park. You identified a trigger. That's a win. If you keep showing up to this battle with God, you will overcome. If you want advice like this, join the community with the first link in the description, or buy my ebooks,